Hi guys, it's Jenna with Zork. I am a military spouse and realtor here with the Aaron Thomas Home Team in DuPont, Washington, serving all of JBLM. And I am joined here with Amy Schick, Nova Home Loans, my favorite lender. Welcome, Amy.
Thank you, Jenna. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. So, a question I get a lot from my clients, it really centers around VA loans. Can I use it more than once? What is entitlement? And it can get kind of confusing. So I know that you are the best source when it comes to this information. So today we're going to chat about understanding VA entitlement. And I have a few questions that I just wanted to go over with you. And we'll start with the most basic. What is VA entitlement?
A VA entitlement is the VA program guaranteeing a portion of a home loan for a military service member or a veteran, whoever is entitled to that benefit. And it allows for the zero down payment and no PMI and just the flexibility that the VA loan program offers for home buyers.
Awesome. So that is very cool. I think a lot of people think that the loan itself comes from the VA, and it's not coming from the VA. They're just guaranteeing it. It's part of your entitlement. You earned it, sort of thing.
Exactly. And the other thing that I love to tell veterans and service members is you don't have to deal with the VA loan, the VA at all. We do everything with the VA,
Mhm.
and it's just like regular financing as
Yeah,
far as on the home buyer side.
awesome. When it comes to entitlement, this is the question I get a lot: is can I use my VA loan more than once?
Yes, and that is where a lot of strategy comes into play. You can use it more than once, meaning you can buy a home, sell it, use your VA entitlement again and again and again and again. But
Mhm.
you can also have multiple properties with it. And so you have like a certain amount that you're entitled to use. When you are using it for the first time or you've restored your eligibility and you have full eligibility, there is no maximum. So if you can qualify for a $2 million loan with your income,
Mhm.
then you can use your VA benefit for zero down and favorable loan terms with the VA loan. If you have used the VA loan entitlement and you're going to keep that property that you have used the
Mhm.
entitlement before, then we use a calculation based on the county that you're purchasing in again to determine how much VA loan eligibility you have left.
Okay.
So you it's not like a all or nothing. You can
Mhm.
have a portion of your entitlement left for a second home, and it would just create a small down payment
Okay.
or no down payment at all. Depends on the county and then
And
what you've used previously.
yeah. Well, that was it kind of segues into the next question is what if I
Mhm,
already own a home? Because, we have a home at Fort Stewart that we left there as a
mhm.
rental. And then when we came here and you were our wonderful lender, we, were saying, hey, we want to use our entitlement again and our VA loan again, and we don't want to put any money down. And you kind of explained it a little bit. You do a calculation based on the county. And we
Mhm.
were purchasing in Pierce County here around JBLM, which has a pretty high limit for your
Yes.
entitlement. So we did not have to put any down. But theoretically, if someone was wanting to use it more than, 2 to 3 times, you touched on it a little bit, but there's just a calculation per county, and can you explain that a little bit more for some people?
Sure. So I'll use an example. So say you bought a home in Fort Benning, Georgia, or around Fort Benning, Georgia, and you used, say, $50,000 worth of your entitlement.
Mhm,
And then you were moving to JBLM and you wanted to buy a home again. So I use what your certificate of eligibility will let me know how much entitlement you've already used on your last purchase. And you're going to keep that house and rent it near Fort Benning.
mhm,
I take what you've already used and what your new home purchase amount is, and I calculate that based on the full entitlement that the VA allows,
mhm.
and then the county limit for Pierce County. Pierce County is considered a high um, a high value county
Okay.
compared to Thurston County. So your entitlement actually grows when you buy in Pierce County versus Thurston County.
Okay.
And so basically I calculate what is remaining based on the county limit. And then depending on the purchase price, will allow us to basically determine whether you can buy again with zero down payment, or if a down payment is required, how much will be required.
Okay. And that kind of leads me to my last question because I still, as an agent, get very confused on this, and I
Yeah.
always lean very heavy on the on the lender partners. Is what
Yeah.
is bonus entitlement?
So bonus entitlement is that, or is sometimes called second tier or bonus entitlement. And that's it. What it means is you've used your VA loan
Mhm.
before. You're going to keep the property that you already have used the VA entitlement with, and so the bonus is what is left that you
Mhm.
can use it again.
Okay.
And again, it's based on how much you used with the previous transaction and then how much you're using with this transaction. So if you're buying homes in the southeast of the United States and or just a lower cost area,
Mhm.
and then you come to a higher cost area, most likely you can use that entitlement twice with zero down payment.
Mhm.
It just depends on how much you've used previously.
Okay.
If you sell a home or you refinance a rental into conventional, you can typically restore your eligibility and have full eligibility again, even though you have those other homes. So it
Cool.
just depends on, what you're leaving and how much you've used.
That's so fun. I think that's my favorite part about it is that you can use it over and over again. It's really
Mhm.
flexible with, okay, we
Ex-
can restore here or I can refinance here. We have some rentals, here, and then I go to a higher cost area. I can use it
Yes.
again. And you can use it again and again. It might just need a down payment at some point based on your county limit.
Exactly. So, for instance, I have a client, he's 82 years old. He's buying in Sun City, Arizona. He has two other VA loans outstanding already in other states that they've
Mhm.
lived in. And he'll be able to buy in Sun City with zero down for the third time,
Very
which
cool.
is fantastic. Yeah,
It is so nice because I mean it's something that they earn, the veteran earns, so it's really nice
absolutely.
that, they can do that and not have to do a down payment, but
The VA loan is absolutely the best uh, benefit or entitlement that service members receive from their service obligation. That and the GI Bill are two of the most wealth building benefits
mhm.
that any Americans ever receive. And it's funny because I have civilians that are really jealous over our VA
Yeah,
loan benefit. And most of the time, as service members and family members, we don't really think of the military benefits as being something that is something to be jealous over. But yeah, it is such
yeah,
a game changer for home buyers for
yeah,
sure, and we've used it multiple times.
us too, to the point where we probably should have kept some instead of selling them off, but, now we know, so well, thank you so much for going over this,
Course.
with us. It's just I'd love to touch base and get these from you, the source. I do my best to answer them to the best of my knowledge for my clients, but it's always nice to be like, "You know who we should talk to? Amy, because she is
Yeah,
the expert on
yeah,
this. I
yeah.
know enough to be dangerous. Amy's the expert."
Yeah, well, thank you so much. I do love what I do, and, if I could, I would buy homes everywhere.
Me too.
Everywhere, I would just continue to buy homes, but of course, there are limits to how much you can afford, but helping service members and veterans doing the same thing, it's amazing. It just fills my cup for sure.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll be back next week with a new topic, just educating everybody on our VA loan and all the questions that we have about it. Thanks so much, Amy. I'll talk to you
Yeah,
next
thank
week.
you so much, Jenna. Always great chatting with you.
All right, bye.
Bye.